Today, me and Elodie are going to review the pull-up mate. Is it good for calisthenics? What sort of bodyweight strength exercises can you do on it? It's portable, but is it stable enough to do some handstand style, front lever, planche, that type of thing on it? Let's find out. Now, this is the pull-up mate 1. It comes in 9 sections. I think there is a pull-up mate 2, which is the newer model, but you can't buy these in Australia. You have to buy them from Europe and ship them in, so they were quite expensive to get hold of. So what I've done is I've picked up a cheap one. I managed to get this one for $50. Let's put it together and see what it looks like. Okay, so that's how long it takes to put together. Now, I think you can get some extender pieces for it, but this is the height. So obviously if you're tall, I'm around 5'7", not tall. I can get away with it, but it means when I'm hanging, I'm gonna have to bend my knees in some way. Obviously, if you're tall like Elodie is, she can hang, full hang, and be fine. So let's first look at the basic exercises and see how stable it is. So we'll just do a chin up to start with. So a standard chin up, hands over this way, dead hang position, chest touch the bar, go back down again. So definitely stable enough for the chin ups. It does move around a little bit, but it's not an issue. Let's see if it can take Elodie's weight for the chin ups. Nice. Then we have pull ups, exactly the same, but hands the other way around. So again, fine there. It's got a nice long bar on it, so you can play around with hand distance. Thickness is not too bad.
Whoa.
Yes. So let's look at some straight arm strength. So let's look at a front lever position. So just a tuck front lever. Again, I'm going to pull into it from more of a static position. So I'm not going to use dynamic movements. I don't trust it so much for dynamic movements, but to pull up with control from a hang position into a tuck front lever. That feels fine. So obviously you could then just go into front lever pulls. Similar would be toes to bar. So hang position, taking the toes to the bar. Back down again, nice. Now obviously for someone who's taller, toes to bar can't be done from a dead hang position. So you'd have to start in like a slight L-sit position or with knees bent, but then you can still do the top of the movement, which is the hardest part. You can do your skin to cat variation. So as long as you can get your legs through between your arms and the bar. Through to your German hang. Now keeping the same setup, you can just change the height. So we're going to take these two uprights out. Now at this lower height, we can obviously push the boundaries a little bit more in terms of the exercises that need a little bit more stability. So Elodie's doing a bar pullover. So again, nice and slow, so no dynamic movements, but she can go over the bar quite comfortably. Let's see if it'll take my weight. So the upright's got in the way a little bit. I have to just change the technique, but stability wise, that's okay. So this is probably the height I would use if I wanted to advance to harder variations of the front lever, so you can step into the position a little bit easier. If I was going to do support position or straight bar dips, you could go to muscle up transition, so going slowly down. You could do your row variations now, so straight bar rows. If that's too easy, you could elevate the feet. Now you could use these bars for dips. I'm not a big fan of this because of the width of the bars. They're a little bit too wide for me, but it could work. It's a little bit unstable. Then you can flip the bar over in different ways to unlock different options. So then you can use the straight bar for push-ups. Now if you flip it again into this direction, it's quite stable. So if Elodie's going to play around on it, I'd probably set it up this way. So if she's going to do like pullovers and things, I'd prefer her to have it this way because it seems the most stable. She's close to the floor. So I like this way around for stability. Now if you set it up this way, there's a few different options as well, because basically you've created P-bars. Now the trouble is with the P-bars, they are a little bit wider than I'd prefer. So if we look at them from this angle, you'll see they're a little bit wider, but they're definitely usable. A lot of the P-bars at the parks and stuff will be this type of distance apart. So with the P-bar setup, you could do planches, L-sits, press to handstand. This way round's the same with the P-bars, but you've got an angle. It could be a little bit easier on the wrists. Same again, but bigger angle. Now obviously with the straight bar you can hang rings to them. If we hang rings to them, it opens up a whole new world of exercises. The only thing you have to be careful of is pulling from an angle. But anything like pulling straight down, so like your L-sit, your muscle up positions are all fine because you're pushing straight down. You could lower the rings, you could do push-ups, you could do rows as long as you stay in this plane. You just don't want to do rows, obviously pulling in this angle or that angle just because you're going to pull the bar over. You could add bands for the planche variations, but again you just got to watch that angle.
You can do band assist chin-ups.
Apart from the limitations with the dynamic movements that you can't do because you wouldn't want to get too crazy on it because of the stability, it's actually really useful and I'm pretty impressed. I'm definitely going to be using it in my videos where I want to film outside. Definitely my front lever work where the bar's down nice and low, and I want to get much better at the bar muscle ups. So I'm going to use this for my strict technique and trying to have no kip and make my pulling movements cleaner. It's ideal for my height. If you was taller, you'd definitely look at needing the extendable parts. And obviously if you put the extensions on there, it's gonna be a little bit less stable again. It'd be interesting to compare this for the other versions that are on the market. Let me know if you've got like the base blocks version or any of the other ones down below, or if you've got one of these, and let me know your experiences with them.